What's up, you guys? It's Low Beauty Demon, and we are back. Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I post. Because I don't have a regular upload schedule. I feel like I'm kind of starting to normalize out a little bit though, but we'll I guess time will tell on that one. We'll see. Also, we're going to be talking a little bit more about family vlogging. So I just want to stipulate before we get into this, please don't send anybody that I talk about in this video any hate and negativity, nothing like that. These are just my thoughts, my opinions based on things that I am seeing on the internet. So if you have a comment about something that we talk about or a person we talk about in here, leave that comment down below. That's what the comment section is there for. So this is kind of piggybacking off of my last video that I just did about family vloggers. That was kind of like me dipping my toe into, these are my fingers, but whatever, dipping my toe into the world of family vlogging and, you know, who these people are and who's problematic and who's not. And so I've been watching family vloggers for a couple days now, and some of it is just mindless. But it made me think, have there been any kids that have quit family vlogging, that have publicly spoken out and said like, no, I didn't like doing this? So I went on a little bit of a search. I couldn't find a whole lot, but I found two little things that I wanted to talk about. Things I found very interesting. The first little bit of info that I actually found on Reddit. This was in a very popular subreddit. This person posted anonymously, so I do not want anybody to try and go find who this person is or anything like that. I'm going to be as vague as possible because this person also did not disclaim who they were either. So I want to completely respect their privacy. I'm not even going to read the full Reddit thread, but I just wanted to read a couple interesting little highlights to me. So this person started it off that they did not want to be in the family vlogs anymore. They are still technically a minor. They are an older teenager, but they don't want to do this anymore. And they started doing it when they were like a young teenager, like a tween or something, and then had younger siblings that were born, and then their family kind of got into it and everything like that. So at first they were like, cool, whatever, but then they started having more of an idea of like what kind of impact this might have on themselves, because now they're thinking about, what am I going to do after high school? I want to go to college. I want to think about like a career long term. This person is thinking like a mature, responsible young person. You want to think about the ramifications of what you're putting online, and they're concerned about all these stupid family vlog videos that they were, forced to participate with. So they told their parents, I don't want this stuff on our channel anymore. And their parents were like, yeah, we'll like phase you out or whatever, but that wasn't enough. I told my parents about not wanting this stuff out there now that I'm almost an adult, and feeling mad they started a channel when I was a child and didn't have the maturity to make an adult decision. So it became a back and forth between them and their parents that they did not want these videos out anymore. They wanted them taken down from the channel. This teenager was revoking their consent to having these videos on the internet. Now, when we talk about consent, you can take that back at any time. And when we talk about consent, kids aren't really able to consent to having videos filmed of themselves. That's why when kids have to go on a field trip or something, parents have to sign those permission slips because parents are the ones that give consent. Anyway, so I want to get back to this Reddit thread first. They became very frustrated, and eventually they went and they deleted every video. They waited till everybody went to sleep, and they got on the channel account and they deleted everything that had them or that mentioned them in it, and then apparently reached out to any particular channels that may have discussed them and asked that they remove or any threads or anything like that they had seen that mentioned their name. So of course, family's very upset. They apparently took all forms of technology away from this child. They do say that it's very frustrating that their parents have prioritized income over how comfortable they are with their life being out on the internet. Their parents were also upset about the memories and everything. But I mean, I think if it was about the memories, really, like when your child asked about that, you could have just privated those videos or downloaded them and removed them from the channel. The other interesting thing is the parents, when they find out that all of these videos are deleted, they're very pissed off, specifically because all those videos had lots of views. And if you delete videos that have lots of views, it hurts your videos and your channel in the long run. In the algorithm, parents just prioritizing the income and, once again, not what their kid wants. For the most part, this kid did have the support of the thread. There were a couple people that were like, your parents are right to be upset. You deleted memories, you deleted income, but was that kid gonna ever see a dime of that? Probably not. They took consent back. They were taking consent back that they personally were never really able to give informed consent about in the first place. Their parents were the ones that were consenting for them to be in these videos, but their parents were also the ones that were profiting from them being in this too. So it creates a weird dynamic. Now, the other thing that I found was very, very interesting. Now, this is a video. This is a video from Sherry Frank, who is a daughter from the family vlog channel, 8 Passengers. Now, they are, well, the family itself isn't necessarily problematic. More so, the mother can be problematic. I don't want to dive into that right now. That could be its own whole separate series, let's be honest. Sherry Frank uploaded a video onto YouTube. It says, I am done with YouTube. It's about an 8-minute video. And I took notes because, I gotta take notes. She already knew before she made this video what the title of this video was gonna be, because she does reference that this choice was a long time coming. She had been kind of avoiding thinking about it. And I think that's probably because of pressure that she was getting from her mother. But she was avoiding it. She was avoiding thinking about it. But now she's getting older. She is going off to college as well. And she has her own vlog channel that she's been uploading on for quite a while. And initially she thought that she would be vlogging her college experience, but I'm assuming she probably thought about it a little more and was like, I don't want to do that. I do not want more stuff being on the internet, because now I'm going to college. People are going to make fun of me even more probably. She did say she would be uploading when she moved into college, but she didn't really know how frequently she would be uploading. And my advice is just don't do it. Don't share what college you're going to. Don't share what dorms you're living in. Don't share who your roommate is. Start to keep all that stuff private, because I'm going to be totally honest with you. Campus security is not equipped to keep you safe. And there are crazy people out there, which she knows because she does talk about that later in this video. She gets a lot of hate messages and stuff like that, especially within the past year. That's been a huge concern for her. So just don't tell people where you are. Nobody but your family needs to know. And I would recommend asking them not to share that as well. Now, I don't really know how old she was when the family started vlogging, but she talked about experiencing physical symptoms of stress and anxiety as early as the age of 7. She would start to get really bad stomach aches and feel really bad, and she would deal through this all throughout childhood. And that is a lot for a kid. Her mental health has been physically affecting her. But, as long as she films, her mom doesn't care about that. You see your kid going through physical symptoms of stress and anxiety, that would be enough for me to put the camera down and stop this, because obviously this is not right for my family. So she's feeling these physical symptoms of stress and anxiety. And I can admit, as a kid, I didn't exactly understand what those physical symptoms were either. I didn't recognize until much later what physical symptoms of discomfort and anxiety were, until I started really becoming more introspective, in a sense of being like, what am I feeling? What is this right now? What's going on? She's said that she's had this talk with her parents, that she feels kind of cornered into being in YouTube, and her parents are like, no, you're not cornered in. You're not cornered in at all. And this is probably because she's gonna become, a legal adult soon, and they can't really tell her what to do and anything like that. So she's not really cornered. She's going to be able to go free. She has made her own money. So she has always seen YouTube as a job. And she actually says, direct quote, even though I haven't liked it, it's been my job. She says people go to jobs that they don't like all the time. The thing is, those people are adults. They're not kids under the age of 16. 16-year-olds go to jobs that they hate too. And the other thing is, most people are not on for their job 24/7. I mean, some people are, but they're like doctors and shit, not, you know, kids. She goes on to say this has caused a decline in her, you know, really being able to take care of herself. And I was like, girl, you're 18. You just turned 18. You've been a baby. I mean, you're still a baby to me, but you have been a literal baby your entire life up until now. People were supposed to be teaching you how to take care of yourself. That's the thing. Your parents should have been teaching you how to take care of yourself instead of just filming you trying to learn how to navigate the world. She touches on a lot of the hate that she's been receiving over the past year. It's become very overwhelming for her and very negative on her mental health. And like I said before, don't go sending her any hate or negativity. I fully support her wanting to step back and go away to college and do her own thing. So don't be doing that. If anything, go show her some love. She did leave her comments on for this video, but she did say the hate has become so overwhelming that she did turn off her comments on Instagram, and she would probably be turning the comments off on her YouTube videos soonish. She says the hate is a lot for anybody to handle, especially somebody so young. She shouldn't be reading hate comments. People shouldn't be sending her hate comments. She has no idea what the hell is going on in the world. Kids already live within their own little bubble. That's just how it is. It's not their fault. She's taking that next amazing step and she's stepping outside of that bubble, and we gotta be there to cheer her on. She's doing a good thing. This is a good thing. She does reflect that she learned a lot from being on YouTube though. She worked with major brands, has learned how to navigate brand deals. She probably does have money set aside because like I said, this video was posted on her channel, so she has her own separate channel. And this 8-minute video was legit some of the most mature shit I've ever seen on YouTube ever. We've seen apology videos, we've seen accountability videos, we've seen all kinds of serious tone videos from people who are twice this girl's age. Literally was the most mature, rational video I've ever seen in my whole life. I wish her well, and I wish the poster that I read from the message board well in your journeys and endeavors in life. And don't be too hard on yourself with what has been put out into the world. A lot of people will understand that it's not your fault, and try to understand maybe where your parents are coming from a little bit. I don't know. It's a hard situation because I've never been a child in a family vlog, so I can only imagine what a violation of privacy would be. I didn't like to have my picture taken when I was a teenager though, so I would freaking hate having like a whole vlog happening with my family all the time. So that does also bring me a little bit to Coogan's Law. I mistakenly called it Cooley's Law, and my bad, I put a little text on the screen if you didn't see it because you were just listening and not watching. My mistake, I'm sorry. But I decided to do a little more digging into Coogan's Law. So Coogan's Law was named after Jackie Coogan. I mentioned that he was a child star in the 20s. He actually later went on to play Uncle Fester as an adult. He actually was discovered by Charlie Chaplin. That's how old this kid was. I mean, at least how old of an actor this kid was. So Coogan Law requires that parents who have their child as performers put back 15% of their earnings into a trust that has some specific stipulations. Some banks don't know what they are, but there are approved banks that do know what they are. But most any bank can do some kind of like a special blocked trust fund account. Here's the thing. Coogan laws are not federal laws. There are only 4 states that actually operate like real Coogan laws, one being California, because Hollywood, that's where it is. And then you have New York, which makes sense because Broadway has a lot of child actors. And then you have Illinois, which some people might be like, what? But no, it makes sense because Chicago does have a lot of theater and performances and stuff like that. And then Louisiana and New Mexico, which that I wasn't actually sure what that was about. But maybe a lot of filming happens there, or maybe they're just really serious about protecting kids. Whatever, that's fine. I'm into that. I said 4. There are 5 states. My bad. Anyway, so those are the only states that really operate Coogan law based on SAG. Now, there are child entertainment laws per state. Not every state really follows these. So there's really 2 things that you look at when you look at, does a state actually protect child performers? And it is, 1, do they actually regulate child entertainment? And 2, do they require a work permit? And then there can be more laws and comments. So some states really don't have any protections. I'm going to leave a link down below that is actually the U.S. Department of Labor's official website that is about child performers and what the laws are for each particular state. And I'm also going to leave the link down below that is a direct link to SAG's information about Coogan's Law. It's very fascinating to see that the laws just don't exist to protect child actors. We think like, oh, real child actors on movie sets, like they have real protection. I mean, like, not really. Only 5 states really have that. And I will say I saw like Georgia, because they do have a lot of filming, they do require work permits and stuff like that. That makes sense. But what was interesting is some states that I know where like certain family vlogs live or reality families live, there sometimes isn't a lot of specifics needed. So it's pretty scary. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Laters.